I'm Courtney Cardini and welcome to another vlog of Life as a Travel Writer. This is vlog 4 of 52 as I am doing a weekly check-in as I bring you along my journey of my debut travel memoir. So as I said last week, I do not have an update on my book because I am still currently working on the book proposal with my literary agent. So we've been sending emails back and forth, and I'm hoping this will be the last round and that by the end of the month we will be going on submission. So that is the plan for the book. We are still moving along, but writing is slow, and here we are. So I gave myself the challenge last week that I would take you along to a art museum with me. My original plan was to go to the Contemporary Art Museum, but it's about an hour away by public trans. And even if I take a car or go by the boat, it's still a long way, and I just wasn't mentally committed to that. So I actually found a different museum, and I was actually very disappointed when I started doing research on Bangkok and I was looking for museums to go to. And I was looking at other YouTube videos and vlogs and everything like that. Everyone said that the museums weren't that great. And that the only one to really go to was the Contemporary Art Museum, but I actually ended up finding the Bangkok Art and Cultural Center, which is not too far from us, and I was very pleased with it. And through them, I found other museums because there's a National Gallery here, and not one of the vlogs or blogs that I looked at mentioned the National Gallery. So that would be on my list next. But yes, yesterday I went to the Bangkok Arts and Cultural Center, and they are having their own biennale. So I don't know how long, I'm gonna have to do more research. I don't know how long Bangkok has been doing this, but they host a biennale from October to February, and they have 11 venues, 76 artists, and 240 plus artworks, which is that's not a small biennale. It's actually quite impressive in my opinion, especially since I was expecting to find no museums here. And biennales are something that I find particularly interesting because usually they are international art exhibitions. The biggest one is in Venice, and I used to work for an art academy that coincided with the Venice Biennale. So I spent a lot of time in Venice. I really like biennales. There's something that really intrigued me. I think they are great. But this year was for Nature of Gaia. So, and I also love pamphlets. It's great because they just, they really show you how many, and this is how I found the National Gallery, which is up here. So yeah, so which is great. I thought that was great, which I said twice already, but that's okay. So yes, so if you wanted to take the river, they're all along the river, which is great, except no, is that a boat? Yeah. Even the ones on the side, you could technically find a way. So yes, I took myself on a little museum date, and I went to the Bangkok Art and Cultural Center and saw my first part of the of Bangkok Art Biennale. So my next stop will be the National Gallery, I think. I'm not sure about the other ones yet. I have to do a little, and there's a National Museum. Yeah, I'll have to put that on the list as well. So I won't go into too much about the museum because I don't know a lot about it yet. I do know that just by looking at it, it is shaped after the Guggenheim in New York. So I'm not sure if it's the same architect. I do have to do some research on that, but I love the Guggenheim. I've been going there since I was a kid. Everybody calls it the spaceship because it does that spiral up. But there are a few differences between Bangkok and the Guggenheim in New York. The Guggenheim in New York is just the collection from the Guggenheim family, and then sometimes they do temporary art exhibitions and things like that. But Bangkok, actually, the museum is the top 2 floors, 7 and 8, and then the rest of it is temporary art exhibitions, and then the rest of the floors are businesses. So they have artist studios in there, there's shops, there's a gelato place, there's a bookstore. So on the rest, like from floor 1 to floor 6, everything, it's more of like an art hub, I would say. Because it's businesses, and if you need art supplies or if you're meeting up for anything or if you're working on a project or something like that, this is definitely one of the places that I would hang out. And I really liked it. I thought the building was nice. The vibe was very nice. It was not overly crowded, but it was busy. Because of the Biennale, they were hosting a speech or some type of event on the first floor when I got there. There looked to be like there was press and everything like that. And then the WWF for animal conservation was also hosting something, but I decided just to go upstairs to the art exhibition, and maybe next time I'll check out what they were doing, but there were a lot of people there, so I didn't feel like doing that. So yeah, so that is, I'm just going to show you a montage of what I saw. Now I know contemporary art is not for everybody. Some of it has to do with not understanding the art theory and the concept of owning a thought. And yes, some of it looks like your 5-year-old cousin made. I get all of that. And I've heard all of those arguments for years when I tell people that I like museums. I always get the question of why, and I understand. I do. But it is something that I love. It is something that I enjoy, and it is something that I encourage everybody to check out. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. And this week I decided to film inside because one, we came back from a doctor's appointment very late, and two, we only have light on the balcony, and when I'm outside on the balcony, all you hear is the waterfall they got going on out here. There's like a building attached to our hotel, and they have a waterfall, and it's very pretty, and it has koi fish and everything in there, and they host weddings over there, but it's all you hear. And I apologize because I didn't realize until I uploaded last week's video that you can hear it in the background. But I only give myself an hour to work on these videos because I know if I give myself any more time, I will obsess and then never get it done. So, and since I'm trying to make this a weekly sustainable goal, that's it. That's all I'm giving myself. So I do not harp on things. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And if you ever come to Bangkok, I would definitely check out the Biennale if you're here during that time of the year, or check out some of these museums. I'm also going to write a blog post about the museum, and when I finish it, I will attach it in the description because I feel more comfortable talking about museums through blog posts than I do on video, because I don't know how to organize my thoughts yet. And I know a lot about museums and architecture and artists, and it'll just be too much for you and too much for me, and I don't want to be a perfectionist. I just want to move on. So yeah, so thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoy some of the footage of the art. I did not love everything in the exhibition, and I don't always love everything, and that's okay. Some of it was a little too weird for me. Some of it I thought was quite interesting and that I really liked. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video, and I shall see you next week with hopefully an update, which now I'm thinking I won't have an update because if we go on submission, then I just have to sit and wait until we hear. So yeah, so I will, I'm gonna give myself another challenge, and maybe I'll take you to the National Gallery with me. And yes, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the footage.